I am back with another car video, and the car beside me is Xiaomi SU7. There had been rumors about an Apple EV coming in the market for quite some time, but there is no solid news. On the other hand, the Chinese competitors have launched their EV lineups long time ago. Huawei has launched its own EV cars, and now with this beautiful looking machine, Xiaomi has also jumped into the EV business. This car costs only $30,500 US, which is cheaper than a Tesla Model 3. So what do you get? A car that's cheap and nasty, or a car that's cheap and fun? Let's find out in this video. This is Asfan, and you're watching my YouTube channel.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate.
Since the launch of this car, people are calling it a copycat of Porsche. And there had been so many jokes and memes on the social media about this being a ripoff of Porsche design. But to be honest, I feel it's a bit unfair to call it a copycat of Porsche. When I look at it, the front side of this car especially, it reminds me of McLaren 750S. Just look at these headlights. Don't you think that they are more similar to a McLaren 750S instead of any Porsche's design? But yeah, when you come to the side profile of this car, it does look like something straight from Stuttgart. The side profile of the car is very similar to a Porsche Taycan, and to be honest, for me, it's a bang for your buck because you're getting a car that's as beautiful as a Porsche Taycan for this price that you're paying. The lines of the design, the fenders, everything is very similar to Taycan, and to be honest, it looks very good. Coming to the rear end of this car, look at these tail lights, and they look so beautiful on this glistening orange color. To me, the rear lights look very similar to 2022 Porsche Panamera's rear lights. So how I'm saying that, if you take a closer look at these lights and flip them 180 degrees, you would get the exact tail lights of Porsche Panamera from 2022. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think about that? Am I just making it up, or do they really look similar to the Porsche Panamera's tail lights? People in China also noticed that there are similarities between SU7 and the Porsche. And there were so many memes on the Chinese social media. And I remember one particular one where this guy put a SU7 and Xiaomi badges on his Porsche Panamera, and it just blew up on the social media. Let's check out what's underneath the hood of this car. Actually, it's an EV, so underneath the hood should be a frunk. What I mean to say is, let's check out the specs of this car. So the standard SU7 comes with a single rear-mounted electric motor that produces 220 kilowatts of power. The battery pack is from BYD, which is the largest EV manufacturer in the world, beating Tesla in sales last year. It offers a range of 700 kilometers, which is very huge for this price point, and the 0 to 100 figures for this car are whopping 5.2 seconds. And all of this only for $30,500. It beats Tesla Model 3 in each of its specs, and it still manages to be $2,000 cheaper than a Model 3 in the Chinese market. Now let's talk about the big daddy of SU7, and I'm talking about the top tier model of SU7 lineup called SU7 Max. This particular car comes with a dual motor setup, and they combined produce 495 kilowatts of power, which is more than double of a standard SU7. This car is amazingly fast. It can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 2.78 seconds, and the starting price for the SU7 Max model is $42,000 US. I feel like it's a great bang for your buck that you get such a fast car in this price point, and there is literally no other options in the market that are this fast at this price point. We all know that at its core, Xiaomi is not an automobile manufacturing company. What it is known for are the smart electronic devices, and there are more than 1,000 of those devices that Xiaomi produces in the Xiaomi ecosystem. The good thing if you buy a Xiaomi car is that your car can interact with all those 1,000 devices inside the ecosystem, and also those devices can interact with your car. So let's say you're going back from a party or a dinner to your home, and you want your home to be warm and cozy and the lighting set to your mood. All you need to do is have a presetting, And the Xiaomi's geofencing system can detect the car in the vicinity of the house, and you literally have to do nothing. Your house will warm itself up, set the lighting according to your mood, and when you arrive your home, everything is warm and cozy and according to your mood. And it works the other way around as well. Let's say you are going to work on a very cold, chilly morning and you want your car to be warm and cozy. All you need to do is just give a voice command to the Xiaomi speaker to get your car's temperature set, and it will get it ready for you. It reminds me of something straight from a Black Mirror's episode. Let's talk about the interior of SU7. The interior is very minimalistic, like all the other EVs in the market right now. In the center, you have this massive infotainment screen, and the screen is very crisp and it's very responsive to your touch, so it's easy to use. There is a lot of use of leather in the interior. The dashboard is leather, center console has leather, the seating has leather, and you can see that it's perforated because it's ventilated and heated seats, which is a nice touch. I love the feeling and the shape of the steering wheel. The buttons on the steering wheel are physical buttons and they're really nice to feel when you press them. Also, you get this AMG style drive mode selector, 2 switches on the steering wheel, which is a nice touch. Talking about the speedometer, it reminds me of McLaren one more time, because when you turn off the car, the speedometer goes back into the space, and when you turn it on, it comes out, flips and comes out. What I am missing is a heads-up display. The heads-up display is something I rely a lot on in daily driving, but it's not a standard feature. It comes only in the top variant of the car. The gear selector is the stock behind the steering wheel, so at least you don't have to swipe up or swipe down on the screen, if you know what I'm referring to. There are 2 wireless chargers for your phones on the center console. The center console has bits of metal and wood, giving it even a more premium look. But there are cheap bits of plastic here and there. But to be honest, by plastic standards, the quality of the plastic is not that bad. The roof liner is some kind of cloth material. The sun visor has a huge vanity mirror with 2 LED lights. The rear view mirror is also very sleek and stylish. Another thing that I would love to have are the physical buttons for the infotainment screen, but Xiaomi thought about that as well, and they have introduced a strip of physical buttons that can actually attach with your center screen, and it works seamlessly. So if you're an old schooler like myself, definitely go for that. It's a nice touch. I am in the rear seats now. Let's talk about how comfortable they are. When I was sitting in the front, I made the seat go as much back as possible, and I am 6 feet tall, and you can see that I still have enough knee room. You can see the headroom is also quite ample. If we talk about the seating angle, I really don't like it too much because I'm sitting at a slightly inclined angle and it's not very comfortable for longer distances. If we talk about the seats, the quality is pretty nice. It's the same leather as the front, and it's perforated because the rear seats are also heated and ventilated. There is this armrest in the middle with the cup holders. The rear AC vents are also pretty basic, nothing concealed or nothing futuristic about them. What I am missing is an infotainment control system for the rear passengers. But Xiaomi thought of a solution for that as well. So you can open up this port at the back of the front seats and you can attach Xiaomi tablets to the back of the front seats. But what I found out about that, it's very wobbly and it feels like a cheap connected thing to the interior of the car. So it doesn't really go well, but if you really want something, then you have the option. There are good handles here. They're made of metal, they're made of leather, sorry. And there is ambient lighting, which is very minimalistic and subtle, not very bright or in your face. Here is the drive mode selector, and it also has a center button which is used for the boost mode. So in the boost mode, you get the whole power of the car for 20 seconds on your foot, and all you need to do is just press the pedal and your car will just go like a rocket, and that feeling is really, really good. Let's take a look at the trunk of the car. Here is the button, automatic boot. The trunk capacity is 517 liters, and I'm sure I cannot fit inside because, you know, of course the space is too tight. But if you want to place some suitcases, it's pretty good. And then you have this separate compartment in the bottom, which gives you some extra space. So boot capacity is not bad at all. And of course it's automatic boot, so closes like that. Let's take a look at the front of the car. So hydraulically controlled hood, and then under the hood you have 105 liters of extra space. More space, nobody can complain thanks to the EVs. Here is the charging port. You press the button, it automatically opens up, and this car can charge from 10 to 80% in just over 20 minutes. Another topic that comes into discussion when we talk about Xiaomi SU7 are the quality issues. The overheating of the brakes, the lumpy seats, thin layer of the paint, all these things Xiaomi need to fix as soon as possible. But these issues aren't keeping people from buying this car. So far, Xiaomi has sold 97,000 units across China, which is a whopping number for a new EV. A lot of people dismissed SU7 as a knockoff of a Porsche, but I hope after watching this video, you have a different point of view. Because this car is launched in the biggest EV market in the world, and to compete here, it has to deliver. And to be honest, it does. That's all for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you in the next video.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens, got